Hey YouTube, this is going to be I'd like to call it a rambling on the spyderco southard. It's not going to be so much of a review, just because I'm going to try to stay away from the review type platform nowadays, because watching some of my videos, some of the reviews are kind of terrible. If I try to concentrate too much on the specs and whatnot, then when I start talking about my opinions and whatnot, it kind of gets a little long. So I'm just going to kind of ramble about it with no real structure to it, and hope everything comes out the way I mean it. So I haven't carried this knife all that many times. I think I've carried it probably 5 times since I got it. So really, I haven't carried it that much at all. I have used it a little bit, but it's still razor sharp, so I haven't used it that much. But I still think I have a pretty good understanding of it, and just kind of want to do a little rambling about it. So this has the roller bearing system, I believe it's the roller bearing. I don't think it's IKBS. I think it's a roller bearing or something like that. Super smooth. One of the smoothest knives I have. I've heard people say that if I have my iPhone case because I'm recording with it and my tripod, so I have the case here. I'm just going to have this here because I've cut my finger doing this before. So if you take it out, you can see it just falls when you take the lock off. So supposedly that means it's pretty smooth. It is a titanium frame lock. The lockup is at like probably 40%, maybe less, 30 maybe. Pretty early. I haven't had a lot of titanium frame locks. I've actually only had 2, I think. Yeah, 2 so far. And the lockup is good, I think. It hasn't moved from that spot, and I've probably flicked this thing open, probably 500 times at least. Actually, probably, I'm sure, more than that, because I'll sit here all day and just flick this thing open. The flipper is very well designed. Flips right out, and people say that sometimes it's hard to get your finger in here. I don't find that it's hard to get my finger in here at all to flick it out with the thumb hole. No touching the flipper at all. Just a good flick will bring it right out. So if you don't like flippers, you still have the option to use the spider hole, which I actually use a lot because I think it's really nice. The jimping on the blade is pretty useless. I think it's just for looks. Over here, if you grab the G10, it does provide excellent jimping. And as Juju, I don't know the numbers. I don't know if he has numbers behind his name or not. I think it's Juju. I think that's how he says it. XIU, I believe. As he pointed out, it is thicker on the side with the G10 than just the regular titanium side, which is kind of might seem weird, but honestly, when you're playing with it and like when you're looking at it, it's so slight that it doesn't really look all that weird. The pocket clip is so-so. I don't really like these corners it has, especially right here where it kind of digs into your hand, but it's not too bad because it doesn't stick up very far. So overall, it's a pretty good pocket clip. I love the over travel G10 here. I think it just adds a little something to the knife. As I said before, the bearing system is super smooth. It did actually smooth in a little after I got it. When I first got it, it was a little stiff and didn't really fly open that well. And it did break in after, maybe 50 some flips. Sorry about that. My light went off. Oh my gosh, let me see if I can get it to turn back on. There we go. So yeah, after about 50 flicks, it did break in and smooth out. And where was I? I lost my train of thought with the light going off. So it is super smooth. There we go. We'll just skip to that. The blade shape is kind of unique. It kind of has like this little dip in, and kind of, I don't know how to really explain it, kind of like two little semicircles, or like the beginnings of them cut into it, come down to a drop point with continuous belly the whole way up, or a continuous curve. I really love the organic style blade shape. I believe that's an organic style blade shape. It looks like it to me. It's really awesome looking, and the Spyderco emblem here, or logo, is very nicely done. If I can get it to focus, it's a very nicely done Spyderco logo. It's kind of like that carbon fiber-ish look to it. I like when they do that in the Taichung, Taiwan. Oh wait, no, that's Spyderco CTS. I don't even know what it is. CTS 24P steel. I've never had that steel before. But this is Taiwan produced, which is fine with me. I like their Taiwan stuff. And there's the Brad Southard logo. See if we can get that for you. Come on. Let's go, focus. There we go. There's the Brad Southard logo. Kind of reminds, I don't know if it is that, but it's kind of like a little river flow, looks like. I think it's more of an S, to be honest, but for Southard. But it kind of looks like a little river. I don't know. Kind of cool logo. So overall, I think this knife is really cool. Oh, I wanted to mention that I love these 3 cutouts for the tension on the lock bar. Looks really nice. Oh, and the tension on the lock bar is perfect. You know, it doesn't fatigue your hand playing with it for hours. And the brown looks really good. It's a dark, real dark earth type brown, and the traction is great. So overall, I really love this knife, and I do not regret spending the money on it at all. It is a little pricey at $230, but I think it's well worth the money. So that's my rambling on the Brad Southard Flipper. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great day. Gloutman93, and I'm out of here. Thanks, guys. See ya.